Hey guys, hello and welcome to another video. So today we are going to look into the lookup element of the Omni script. So for that, what you'll have to do, you'll have to create one Omni script that I have already created. So after creating it, you will get one step. So this is the step which I have got, and I'll have to use the lookup element because I want to use the lookup. So in the build panel, I'll have to look for that element. So I will write lookup. So once you will write lookup, you will get a lookup element inside the input section. So whatever we will configure inside this lookup, based on those configuration, it will try to get the results. So let's take a requirement where we want to get the list of contacts associated to any of the account. So once we will click on this on the preview, it should display all the contacts which are associated to any of the account. Okay, so you should be clear with the requirement. So for that, what we'll have to do, I can use any of the name inside this lookup properties. We can make it required or read only. We can also use this clear value, so it will clear that value. Okay, we can uncheck this also. If we want to have a default value, we can use that default value. So whenever you are going to use any default value while saving, if it is on the default value, it will not take up that value to save the element. Whatever you will select from the real-time value, that will only be considered for the save operation. So if I'm writing anything, like if I'll write my name as anything, then if I'll try to save this without changing it to any other thing, it will not take this as the save operation. Okay, it will leave that. So for that, we can use that default value also. And because we want to get the list of the contacts associated to any of the account, we'll have to use the data source type as the S object. If we want to use any custom, then we'll have to use the custom and write the Apex class for that. If we want to use any pick list that is filtered by the record type, you can also use that. So in our case, we will go with the S object. So once you will select the data source type as the S object, it will give you the input parameters. So in the backend, what it will do, whatever we will configure here, it will try to create a data raptor to query the results of the particular object. Okay, so for that, if you want to get the result, definitely we'll have to provide some inputs to that data raptor. So in that case, we'll have to use the input parameters. So whatever data we want to provide, that will have to pass as the data source, and whatever the filter value, that is the name of that variable. So in the data source, let's take it as the context ID, and because it is a data source, so we don't need to use any merge operator here. But if it is a value, then we'll have to use it as the merge operator and then the context ID. So because it is data source, we'll not use the merge operator, and the filter value, I'll write it as maybe ID, so that we can use while configuring that data raptor. If you have multiple input parameters, you can add multiple parameters here. And once you will add all your input parameters here, we'll have to use this lookup query configuration. So there should be at least one lookup query configuration so that it can use that, and then it will show the result based on that. Okay, so here we'll get some of the fields which we'll have to configure. So first of all, there will be like lookup order. So if you are querying multiple, if you are adding multiple query configuration here, then in that case this lookup order will comes into the picture. So for the lookup object, we will have to select the contact, right? So let's click on that, and then we can select the contact. So once we will select the contact, we will have to choose through which field it has to be mapped, because we are passing the account ID to this Omni script, and then that account ID will be passed as the ID to this query. Okay, so we have to map that ID with the account ID so that it will generate a query, and it will look for the account ID field of the contact, and that has to be same with the ID, like that is the context ID. Okay, for the filter operator, I will use the equal to, and for the filter value, I will have to use the parameter which we are passing. So we are passing ID as the parameter, so I will use that ID, and then there will be like JSON path, so I can use the contact. It can be anything, so through which we are going to access the result. Okay, so I will save it. So once you will save it, it will come here with the lookup order and then the lookup query, that is the contact account ID should be equal to the ID. So this ID is nothing but whatever we will pass as the context ID here. And then we can add multiple query configuration here. If I'll click on this, we'll have to use the lookup order as 2. If you want to add any another query based on some different fields of the different object, you can do that. If you want to add some different object or the same object with the different field, like I have queried based on the account ID. If you want to query based on the ID of the contact, that also you can do this using the lookup order 2. Okay, so for now I'll use only one, and then if I want to have any result over the output, I'll have to use these two things, that is the populate lookup element with the query result. So whatever results we are getting from this lookup query configuration, we will have to use that, and so that we can use them as the UI. So in the JSON path, like whatever should be used as the value and whatever should be used as the label. So label is nothing but whatever will be available to the user, and the value will be nothing but whatever will be passed once we will select anything. So what I can do, so result is inside this contact, I can use contact, and then we'll have to use the colon operator, and then whatever field name you want to use as the value. So I will use as the value as ID, so that will be like contact ID, and I'll use the name. So for that I'll have to use contact colon and then name field. Okay, so with this, if I will try to preview it, so let me just preview it, and for that I'll have to use the Acme, any of the account ID. So I can copy this and I can paste it here. So I can go to this, I can clear and let it load. So once it will load, because we are providing the context ID as the account ID. Okay, so this is the account, and this account has around 4 to 5 different contacts associated to it. If you want to check that, I can show you that. Let me open the account here. So this is the account, I can open this. So you can see we have 5 different contacts that are associated to this account. So if I will go back to this lookup, and if I will click on this, it should show me 5 different contacts. So you can see that we have these 5 different contacts, and once I will select any one of them, if I will select the Aruv Anand as the contact, if I will select this, you can see on the UI it is showing me Aruv Anand, but in the backend, that is in the data JSON, inside this lookup one has the value ID, and this ID is nothing but just the ID of the Aruv Anand. So if you want, I can click on that, I can open this particular contact, that is the Aruv Anand here. So you can see that this is the ID, that is the QWAAY. So if I will go back to that lookup, it will have the same, that is the QWAAY. So based on this, you can configure your lookup wherever your requirement is. Like if you have any requirement where you have to use the lookup, you can use the lookup through this process. That's it for this video. If you find this video helpful, please like the video and do subscribe to my channel.